What up? So in my opinion, the K-Van is 100% done. I was lucky to get a pretty clean van. It has its little paint imperfections, but nothing serious. It came with the Mitsubishi rain guards. It came with these OEM rims, super nice 13s. We put brand new tires on there. We installed the Apple CarPlay, 2 new front speakers, 2 new rear speakers. The interior is clean. There's nothing really left, in my opinion, to do exterior wise or even really interior wise. The only thing I would like to do is get much better headlights, order that headlight, much better fog lights, but that's really about it. As far as looks goes, I think it's ready to go. We're done. With that being said though, I feel like there's no real pop to it. The colors, like, I want them to be nice and neutral because, as you guys know, this is my daily van. I drive this all over the place, so I didn't want the whole thing to be wrapped and say wait for the fame and just be too out there, you know what I mean? I want it to be subtle. I think I did a pretty good job on it. The back is probably the loudest part because it has like the YouTube, Instagram, and Shopify logo. But even back here, you still really don't know what it is, which is good and bad, but it's good. So now my last thing to do is really just paint the caliper. So I have this yellow here because I feel like if I do this blue, as you guys saw in the K-Truck, it's cool. But I don't know, I feel like blue doesn't really go with my design. Even though, like I said, there's really no color scheme here. It's just gray, 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 and black. There's nothing crazy about it. But I feel like the yellow's really gonna pop. So what we're gonna do in today's video is I'm gonna paint these calipers yellow. I'm gonna paint the drums yellow, and we're gonna hope that it pops a lot. Like, I'm hoping that it really shows. I don't want to do red. As you can see right here, black looks pretty nice, like, I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't do black. And then the fronts are gray. They're not in bad condition either, but we're gonna paint that yellow. We're gonna paint that yellow, and I'm gonna hope it looks much better, because once I do that, I'm basically done. And then road trip coming soon. Like I said in the last video, we're down to like 72 tickets or something like that. I'm hoping that by the end of this month it's 100% done. I really don't want to go into September with the giveaway truck, and I don't think we will either, to be 100% honest. But without further ado, let's take these wheels off and let's paint these calipers. So a lot of people are telling me that my rotors are probably warped, and this is my first time seeing it like this. So I guess maybe that's an indication that it is warped. I've never seen any rotor like that in general have like these like kind of rusty spots. I don't even know what that means. So like, as you see, I have a lot of life still on my pads, but I guess maybe this exact rotor is warped, because if we go to the other side, it's nice and clean. There's no little rusty weird thing on it. And then again, pads have a lot of life on it. But so yeah, I guess that my what is that, passenger side rotor is definitely warped. Hey, shout out to Amazon. So this box I actually just got into, which is perfect. So I'm going to do an oil change on the Bravo 2. I looked up a lot of places to find out exactly what oil filters to get, but shout out to the homie in the Bravo group. You guys should definitely join. He said that he used this filter. I just happened to get the Boss one. This one says it's good for 15,000 miles, which I probably would never do in this van, but it's good enough for 15,000 miles. And we're going to use 1030 full synthetic. And then I also want to use this when I eventually do an oil change, because let me start up the Bravo real quick. It starts up fine after like the first couple seconds, but it kind of hiccups a little bit. And I feel like because it has an original 47,000 kilometers on it documented, that it just needs a little tune up. So I'm thinking if I do a nice oil change, if I do that and just like some little minor things, that it'll start a little better. So look, here's how it sounds. Like, it kind of hiccups on startup. Like, watch. All right, of course it wouldn't do it now. But anyways, now let's get some jack stands under here. I'm gonna prep the calipers and then change the oil, but we're gonna get everything done today. Now that all the wheels are off, let me just show you the guts. There really aren't, like I said, a lot of Bravo videos, but here's the rear. There you have the exhaust. Really small, maybe like, I don't even know, less than 2 inches, but it has a very nice tone to it. If you've ever been close to this thing in person, it has a very raspy sound. And then we have the front, tie rods, axles, control arms, warped rotor. Now let's start prepping the calipers. So we painted calipers a couple times on the channel already, but the first step is always just gonna be grab your wire brush, clean off this 25-year-old dirt, and then we're gonna grab some alcohol, clean it and dry it off some more. And then we want to tape off all the little rubber bits. So right here, all back here, we want to make sure we get no paint here, no paint there. Cover this up as well, cover the whole rotor off. I know it's much easier to take this off, but no one has time for that right now. Ta-da! Here is my masterpiece. Everything is sanded off. You want to make sure you get some tape there, some tape where the actual pad is up there, and then everything else is pretty much covered. I'm gonna now repeat that for the other side, and then I'll show you how I do the drums. The drums are super easy. You don't really have to cover much. Here we have the backs. 100% coverage. Maybe not the prettiest, but it's all in the prep. Now that we're all prepped and ready to go, I'm gonna do 2 coats of this primer, and then we're gonna hit it with the yellow. So we can start the oil change now. To access that, you just have to unclip here, here, and here, and then we have these 2 seat clamps. 1, 2, and then the seat just pushes back. Oh, it's stuck right here. I was about to say. And then it just pushes back, and boom. Whoop, I got the wrong side, but you guys can get a better look at the engine here. I'm gonna go a lot more into depth once the giveaway's over. But here we have it, sound deadening, and with the little warmth extra padding right here. My seat has not got hot since. But now let's go do the other side. And then you kind of have to do this with the seat too, so it can go up all the way. We have our 5-valve dual overhead cam engine bay right here. Look, we still got the timing belt cover. I'm not even sure if it needs oil. I just feel like I've been driving it like crazy, and I have not done an oil change yet. I have no idea if Boyke did it. I have no idea if they did it in Japan before I got over here, but to play it safe, you guys know, I want to drive this thing all the way to California. Doesn't hurt to do an oil change. So we are on the driver's side of the Bravo, and to change the oil, it is right here, very accessible. Here's the trans. I guess that's the transmission oil filler, or the diff, not sure. But as you can see, it's very clean down here. Like, I was skeptical about it only having 40,000 kilometers too, but everything that is gold, it's still gold. Everything that is silver is still silver. I guess this thing really just wasn't driven like that. So this is a 17. I already loosened it a bit. Let's see how our oil is looking. And the filter itself is up here, as you can see. Okay, so update, we did the 2nd coat of gray. I really could just leave it like that if I wanted to, because it'll go with the wrap. Like, there's gray, boom, I could just leave it like that. But again, that's still no pop. And then old filter is out. That was a pain to get off. That took me at least 20 minutes to get off. Like, I don't even want to know the last time that changed, but we have the new filter in. Now, let me do the first coat of yellow. I guess I'll start on this side since I'm still kind of working over there with the oil. And we're just gonna leave it like that. Now let's do the drums. This is when the color is really gonna pop. So while we let this yellow dry, as of right now, I'm gonna say the color definitely pops. Like, I'm happy I didn't go with a blue or red yet. I'm not sure if I love it, because I gotta put the wheels on to confirm that, but as of right now, it's popping. Like, literally, the color's really popping. Like, you could really see from the dark wrap to like the dark paint, and the yellow just comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh crap, what is this yellow? But in the meantime, while we let that dry, let's put our 2 quarts of oil. I'm gonna put that very last quart once I have the car on the ground and have it nice and level. So I end up doing 4 coats. Here's how it looks. The front, nice and vibrant. Then we got the drums back here, nice and vibrant. It's starting to get dark though, so I'm just gonna leave the car exactly like this. Come back tomorrow morning, put the wheels on, and then we're gonna see 100% how it looks. But as of right now, I mean, mission complete. Like, as you can see, the car is just dark. Like, I love that it's like a graphite gray, and then you don't even really see the black part of the wrap, but then when you get closer, you could see the black. Like, I love it. It's exactly what I was looking for. I can't wait to put the wheels on, and then we'll see exactly like how it's gonna look permanently. But as of right now, it's definitely a success. Welcome back. So I just took the prep off. I did too good of a job right here. As you can see, there's no paint, but everywhere else looks really good, so I'm not mad. Nice and yellow, and then the rears you can't really mess up. Nice and vibrant. So now we're just gonna put the wheels on and let's see how it sits. So there you guys saw the van. I have one thing that I'm not crazy about, and it's this right here. I'm not sure if I should have left that black, or I'm just gonna leave it the way it is so it could just pop a little more. But as you can see right here, it isn't yellow, so it kind of looks a little clashy. But I went back on the other side and fixed a little imperfection, so you can't even tell anymore. I'm not sure if you're gonna realize, but yeah, you saw how there it didn't have paint, now it does. But yeah, van's 100% done. Let's get these tickets sold. Let's get this raffle filled up so I can make my way across the United States in my 1993 Mitsubishi Bravo K-Van.